Okay, y'all, it is Saturday. Y'all ain't used to me saying that, child. Cause the demon usually go to work on Saturdays, but it's just getting to the point where it's like I don't know this bitch's schedule no more. Like she took off Wednesday and Friday, but we finally got a Saturday. But I got so much going on that I did not even feel like doing a live stream for today. I'm going to choose a time next week to tell y'all all the stuff that's led me to get to the point where I'm at now, where I'm thinking about moving out of the state at this point. Y'all know it's drastic when DivaWuan is contemplating going and taking a 6-hour trip to Georgia. Y'all know, for my viewers who've been watching me for the longest, I've been saying I can't drive no more than like an hour out at a time. The farthest that I've ever drove was to South Carolina, and even then I only drove part way to South Carolina. Had somebody with me that drove the other part of the way. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about darn going, making an all-day trip to travel from North Carolina to Georgia, which would take me like 12 hours. Because once again, y'all know I suck with GPS. And then it's like I got to take so many rest stops and shit. And then it's me by myself, and it's recommended that you take a break every 100 so miles anyways. And Atlanta from Fayetteville is like 700 miles. So I have to at least take a minimum of 7 breaks. It's going to be probably close to 10 for me. But until then, I'm still thinking of options that I can do if I end up staying here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So at this point, I've realized in my life that the aesthetics is not going to be ideal for me. There's just not no grant opportunities for somebody such as myself to really get into a business space. I don't have anybody else to converse with who has an actual aesthetics practice. All the people that I've gone to I don't know well enough to ask about them. And then it's like, would they even put me on game? Because it's like, would they feel like I would be coming in as a competitor? Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But I'm thinking, well, the birds, the crab in the bucket mentality that a lot of estheticians who are blessed to get, put on with their own business, they don't tell the other girls and stuff, the ropes of what you need to do. And if you leasing a place, how do you go by, transforming the stuff, transform the place to a proper aesthetics practice. Like, how do you go by getting the permission from the leaser of the building to be able to install different walls and stuff, to run electric through the walls so you can plug in for each room and all that, have the sinks and stuff, especially if you're doing cosmetology work as well, and the list goes on and on. Like, when it comes to like the permits and stuff, honey, that's the easy shit. Getting your darn going salon permit license. Oh, I ain't worried about that shit. That's pretty much state board all over again. Just making sure your shit clean, make sure all your stuff marked and labeled and all of that. Make sure you have your material safety data sheet, aka your MSDS sheet. I know all that like the back of my hand, child. But the actual business of it, getting your accounts and stuff set up, getting yourself set up on payroll and all that, that is what has gotten me confused, that I haven't gotten to that point yet. Hell, I need to get into a place first. But in the meantime, honey, DivaWuan still got to eat. So I'm thinking about a job opportunity, right? Now, it has been announced that Amazon is coming to Fayetteville. Finally, we getting some action in Fed now. Woo! But it's like, before I go celebrating, it ain't going to get started up until next year. It ain't coming until 2022. The summer at that. Then you got to go through the hiring process, everybody being new at the facility and all this, that, and third. Am I cut out to actually work in a facility? Now, granted, I guess it wouldn't be as detrimental as working in the chicken plant, which I did for all but 2 days. Was trained 2 weeks. But in my defense, if they didn't put me on that chicken hang and if my back wasn't strained, I probably would have lasted at least a couple months that I would have been out there. I was planning on being out there. So, but it's like, do I have what it takes to cut out for doing boxes and, doing all of those things? I don't know. I could see myself doing Amazon Flex. I contemplated doing Amazon Flex. That would be interesting. But yeah, y'all, I'm just at a standstill. I just don't know what to do. What I should do, y'all? I'm even thought about being a delivery driver. That didn't work out too well, as far as I didn't get a call back from the Domino's that was all the way on the other side of town. Now, Papa John's, which I go to all the time, they hiring, but see, you got to double up as working inside and learning how to make the pizzas and shit too. So they really want somebody to have 3 to 4 jobs in one, averaging $12 an hour. That ain't going to work for me, honey. And the problem with me having such a strong entrepreneur spirit is because it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. I'm blessed to know how to do things about making my own money, but I'm just not in the right market for myself. Hence why I'm thinking about just taking myself out the market. Because for me to really be successful in Fayetteville, I would have to have some funds up front to get myself propelled and started. Funds that I just cannot access. Which brings me to another situation that I wish I would have stayed on unemployment. I wish I would have not. I wish I could have manipulated the system like some of these other folks are doing. And I know it's wrong to say, but I have family members and shit that is on unemployment with no intention of actually getting a legitimate job. And here you got somebody like me who is in a situation where I cannot get I do not have no children. I got an invisible illness where I'm still able-bodied. I got severe Crohn's disease. I do not have cancer no more. I'm not a paraplegic, however you pronounce that shit, for somebody who don't have limbs and shit. Like, I'm not elderly. So housing is not going to be an option for me. Section 8 housing and all of that. And nor the grants and stuff that it comes with those type of people. So it's like, I can't believe I'm in a situation where I'm going to have to finally leave my hometown. It's done gotten so detrimental where it's just no opportunity for somebody like me. I did everything right in life. I've never gotten so much as a parking ticket. I've been in many fighting situations, but blessed to never been written up on paper. See, that's what you call smartness. Where you darn gonna can have a darn gonna rap sheet in the streets, but never darn gonna never face no judge or anything. So no history with the law. My record's squeaky clean. Got my associates in business with a concentration in marketing. Got my aesthetics license. I specialize in darn going corrective skin lightening, non-surgical butt lift and body contouring, chemical peels, especially dark skin, taking down fine lines, wrinkles, acne scarring, and once again, discoloration, specifically post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. But once again, for me to really get set up in the market requires a significant amount of funding. And it's like, how do I go about getting the funds in this darn on town? And then even if I go the angel investors route, it's like I got to search for an angel investor. I got to put out an ad to see about an angel investor. And then it's like the fake it till you make it central. Y'all know DivaWuan. Once again, here's another dilemma with DivaWuan. I just can't stand a suit. And I'm too flat-chested for a dress. So it's like, it's like if I get to an interview, like a business interview, like with an angel investor, like how do I go by with dressing? Like, that's another thing. I got to darn on suck up my morals and darn on fake the funk and get glammed up And that's why I quit corporate America, because I'm just not one to get glammed up in no suit and all that. It's like, no. Kirby was the last straw for me. I was like, why in the hell am I dressed up in a suit and a tie to darn gonna clean somebody's motherfucking floor? That don't make no sense to me. That just screams darn on cheap car salesman with a $3,000 vacuum. It's like I'm in a suit on somebody's dirty floor, showing them 100 pads, doing demos, mattress tests, and everything. I would think we could dress a little bit more casual with that. Well, maybe not this casual per se, but just a simple button up, or we can get away with some jeans if you mix it up with a formal top or something like that. Regular shoes. I didn't understand having dress shoes and shit every day, all day for that type of job. I'm just meant to really be by myself. But if I have to darn on succumb to a regular job, I'm not necessarily against a job. Like I said, I've been applying all over. It's just I've not been getting any callbacks. And I think because they can sense, with my type, especially when they have me take them damn assessment tests, they be like, oh no, this bitch ready to entrepreneur. It's like this bitch, and then with her background, honey, this bitch might come in here and take my damn job. That's the darn on flaw of darn on having a business background. It's like, and even if you omit that shit, when they do they darn on search through their databases and all that, they still pull up your school record. So there's been times that I've tried to dumb down my resume, and you'd be like, okay, they don't necessarily need to know all this, that, and the third. Common sense, you omit the parts of the resume that's not pertaining directly to the job that you're applying for. But in my case, I have to also limit certain educational backgrounds, because once again, it's like punishing you for your success in this damn town. Everything that you were taught in school, at least what I was taught in school, turns out to be a complete opposite nowadays in this new age. You was taught not to have no arrest record, not to be raunchy, not to be this, that, and the third. And look who's the most successful people today. Honey, you got people on OnlyFans making a lot more than the darn on people working at Mickey D's. You got the loud mouths who's done had a rap sheet on making shit, money and all this, and the people who's just trying to get a grant, honey, can't get no grants. It's like everything just so backwards. I don't understand. And I'm not trying to succumb to darn on competing with Thottyville. Now, I'll be a thought on my own time just for the sake of it. DivaWuan don't mind showing off the body and stuff, but honey, I ain't trying to make a career out this shit. I like to throw up and that's another thing. See, I'm so multifaceted, it don't make sense. Because in one sense, it's like, yeah, I'm entrepreneur and I'm professional. Another thing is, I'm very much a liberal sexual exhibitionist in a way. Well, no, more like a sexual connoisseur. I love I love critiquing and, observing and, analyzing all the different porn stars and all that. It's once again one of my fancies. And it's like, if there was ever such a show where I could critique the porn world, honey, I would love to be a part of it. Matter of fact, I could see myself being a host of the AVN Awards or something like that, just because of the fact that I love this, give my good commentaries and stuff of the people in the adult entertainment industry. If there's ever a talk show that comes out that for the adult entertainers, honey, I would love to throw my hand in the ring with it. But at the same time, I'm also am a medical esthetician. At the same time, I'm also got my associates in business. And at the same time, I'm very introverted in real life. You see how all of those different personality shifts come in? It's like, I can't necessarily half blame nobody don't want to deal with this mess, honey. But at the same time, where do I go from here? Do I take the job next year at Amazon? But it's like, next year, do I want to be dealing with this a year from now? As I look throughout the years, this has been the longest house that I've been in since the 10 years that I've been doing YouTube. Well, 9 years. I've been in a total of about 6, 7 different places over the course of 8 years, and this one we've been here 5 years, come December, and I'm not trying to make it to the 5 year mark. If we can help it somehow, some way, whether it be the lottery, which unfortunately they ain't gate, I have yet to receive a phone call on that. So maybe I might be the winner for the 21st, for the drawing on the 21st or the 4th of the month. But it seems like, I'm now subject to darn hoping to win a lottery for me to darn get some sort of darn peace in this damn state. And like I said, if I really could do it, I wish I could just up and leave and just go. But see, I'm not at the best of health to darn be taking that risk of being homeless. Yeah, because once again, with me having Crohn's disease and with me having to have such a stringent diet, I can't darn be out and about just on the street darn having to live off of food, canned goods and shit in the car. That is just not going to work for Diva. So I'm thinking, y'all pray for me. Hopefully I find an angel investor. I'm able to come up with one hell of a darn pitch, which I was good at darn my pitches and stuff in school, from high school to college. So it's just about getting the attire together and all of that. Getting my darn business plan formulated. And then, but even from there, it's like, how do I go by having everything structured as far as seeking out the building and all of that? That's going to be the most frustrating for me. Or can I not even have to worry about a building? Like, is it possible for me to even get an investor to be in a regular salon suite? That's another thought right there. And then I elevate myself up from there. Like, that would be the dream right there. Get myself invested in a salon suite. Have my rent paid up like 6 months in advance. That way I don't have to worry about, if I can't make this month or whatnot. I will have enough time to, in 6 months, I damn sure know I can stack up a clientele. Because when people find out what I do, because people always compliment my skin and all this, that, and the third. People always ask me what I do. And then when I tell them I'm an esthetician, the first thing they always ask where I'm at. And, that they want to come get services. But then it's like, damn, I'm not even in a place. So that's the situation I've been dealing with for months and months. Just, surviving off of DoorDash and selling my skincare products. Not my custom-made skincare products. I'm not a cosmetic chemist. And I'm not about to rip up no stuff in the kitchen, because, once again, stuff has to be formulated in such a way where it actually absorbs into the skin. And so ripping up raw bananas and peppers and shit and putting it in the jar is not ideal to be slapping on actual skin. It does have to be formulated in such a way where it actually goes into the skin, in my professional opinion. So we ain't got to that level just yet. Although I do see myself down the road having a skincare line. But once again, before we even get to the skincare line and the makeup line, we actually have to get to having an established clientele first. So for my professionals, for my business owners, give DivaWuan some advice. Where do DivaWuan, in my situation, go for help? Now keep in mind, I'm in Po-ass, North Carolina. I am in Fayetteville. Should y'all just say, is y'all going to say, bitch, well, you might just need to get on out of Fayetteville, take your ass to Georgia, take your ass to Texas, or whatnot. See, I don't know about Texas, though, because Texas, in recent years, y'all been having them storms and shit. I don't know. I think the safe bet might be Georgia for me, honey. Georgia is really similar to, the Fayetteville area and shit. I might be able to successfully move a little bit more around Georgia. But see, Georgia's so flashy and everybody know it, and it's like, I ain't trying to get... y'all know I'm just regular smuggler. It's like, bitch, I ain't about to... I ain't trying to get glammed up and shit as well. Now, granted, DivaWuan ain't about to be looking like no rough bitch either. But, I'm going to just give you I think the skill set should speak for itself. It's like I shouldn't be dressed up in no $2,000 Versace suit to give you a darn on chemical peel. That's just me. I see a lot of the beauticians out there be darn on doing the most. It's like, why is we dressed up in Roberto Cavalli, Givenchy, and Yves Saint Laurent and all these things? It's like, what happened to just wearing scrubs? Like, what happened to us just wearing the black scrubs and, you know, just keeping it simple? Like Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But that is my dilemma today, baby. I'm trying to figure out where do I go from here. So, my plan is I want to try to darn on keep the job applications darn on pushing out. Hopefully, I'm thinking about, this is sad, but this shows how much I want to get away from here. I might have to leave YouTube for a minute for this job. And that's going to be painful for me to do. Now, granted, I still got so many months worth of DoorDash videos that darn gonna put out. So, y'all will still see some videos for at least a couple months. But Chick-fil-A is hiring. Not the one down at the Fayetteville State. Because I don't think Miss Keisha going to allow me to go back. Oh, that bitch said I was going to darn gonna regret the way that I left. But, honey, that's one bridge that I don't mind burnt. Now, you know, Miss Keisha cool and all. But, you know, just off the principle, I'm not going back. I'm not, See, that's another thing. DivaWuan's too prideful to go back. I'm not brown nosing to nobody. Now, I'm a hard worker. I'm dedicated. But one thing DivaWuan ain't about to do is be a brown nosing motherfucker, honey. I'm brown enough. I don't need no more brownness. Okay? So, yeah, due to that, and, you know, if a certain catfish is still down there working, yeah, that shit wouldn't darn gonna fly over too well. Now, at this point, I've got my agoraphobia under control by way of doing so many DoorDash, Uber, and Grubhub deliveries and shit. And here's another dilemma. I try to apply for Uber, you know, Uber rides. Yeah, y'all know once again, DivaWuan is really getting desperate. I'm doing things that I never thought I would do, and my viewers know it. Y'all know I used to say I don't want nobody in my car. I don't want to drive nobody, and now look where I'm at. I said I didn't want to go back to flipping no motherfucking chicken and darn on McNuggets and shit. Especially after I was about to put catfish on the damn menu with one darn on fish darn on fucking with me at the Fayetteville State University. And now it's like, it would be nice if I could have that job back. Because that job did have the ultimate flexibility. She was flexible with you for the longest. Although it's like, I just couldn't stand that cleaning shift. It was like, it was just something about that darn on floor that was just too much. And then come to find out that everybody else was able to have the machine where they could just drive and it would do everything all in one. It would darn on squeegee the flow, scrub the flow, and darn on push the water towards the drains all in one while you driving the machine. We had to do that shit by hand. So we had to put the water down. And then don't have no grease stains and shit on. Oh, you got the darn on spray the itch to concentrate. See, all the other shit I didn't mind. And you know, the craziest thing, I thought that the machines itself was going to be the most difficult shit to clean at night. I was like, oh my goodness, how the hell I'm going to learn how to clean a motherfucking machine? But honey, that's actually the easiest thing. Honey, you just drop that damn button and the grease drains automatically. And then you put it onto the hose and you clean it with the grease itself and you shoot the grease around the darn on machine. Honey, it wouldn't pay if I was able to record that shit when I was there. Honey, that shit is easy as fuck. Matter of fact, darn gone Chick-fil-A need to have darn gone training videos for those types of situations. Because there's a lot of shit that could go wrong. Like if you don't have the thing on right, how to take it off without burning your hand. There's a lot of stuff like that that they don't tell you. until you get on the job and you learn it yourself. And see, with me, if I was able to darn on comfortably vlog and didn't mind people seeing and knowing what my vlogs were, honey, I would have asked if I could have darn on recorded the shit and darn on put people on, and I would have put it on my business channel. For y'all that don't know, I got a channel called DivaWuan's Business where I give y'all all the inside tea of the work from home jobs, and in this case, the brick and mortar job that I worked at. I give y'all all the inside scoops and stuff that they don't tell you during the interview process. The stuff that they don't show you with regular demo videos of what your job would be like. Stuff that you got to find out by actually being on the job. That's how my Pilgrim's Pride videos have gotten so popular on YouTube. People still to this day ask me about darn Conduent, and I haven't worked Conduent in over 2 years. That video, actually multiple of those videos got like 5,000-6,000 views. So it would have been nice to add darn Chick-fil-A by way of Airmark onto that list. But like I said, child, I'm not bringing myself to darn call up Miss Keisha. Even I think she's still the manager there, but I'm not bringing myself to call the phone. So yeah, that's a no-go. that's a no-go. So the Chick-fil-A at Cross Creek Mall is where it's going to be. But it comes with being there 12 hours a day. I think it's going to be like 3 days a week, because I can't see them having me on a 5-day schedule. Like, do people really work 60-hour shifts at Chick-fil-A? Because it said the schedule is Monday through Friday, but the only shifts that they're looking for is 12-hour shifts. I was like, it's no way in the hell that they're going to offer that much overtime. Because y'all know in the state of North Carolina, overtime is a pay and a half, right? And even if you get a whole hour break in that, that's like 11 hours times 5. That's 55 hours. 55 times a pay and a half, $13.50. Y'all do the math on that. I don't have my calculators or whatnot, but that is a ridiculous amount of overtime money. Let me see. 15 times 13, y'all. What is that? 150. That's like an extra $195. And then 90 times 195. Then you got 9 times 40. That's 360. That'll be like $500 something a week, y'all. Times that by 4. Ugh, that's a damn shame. That still puts you right under the poverty level. See, and I got to think about that, because once again, with me trying to live by myself, I cannot be under the poverty line. I actually, with the houses and stuff that are available, at the minimum, I got to get closer to somehow making $3,000 a month before taxes. So, but it's like I would take anything temporarily in the meantime, especially with these sign-on bonuses and shit. So I'm trying to get into something for at least 2-3 months. Take advantage of the sign-on bonus, then dip, flip that money that I save into my estate business and get into there. While also thinking about, because once again, I'm going back and forth with this business plan. Because it's like, I can create a business plan, but it's like, it's this hidden secret about how do you go by, who do you go send it out to? Like, you got to go on a scavenger hunt. You got to do postings and all this to get some sort. I guess that's why they call angel investors, because honey, it's like a mythical creature in the sky that comes out and finally gives you a hand like motherfucking DeLaRue's, touched by an angel. And I run with you, and I run with you. Shit, where the hell is my damn DeLaRue's, damn it? Shout out to damn DeLaRue's. May she rest in peace, honey. But yeah, y'all, it's like trying to find an angel investor in North Carolina. It's like trying to find your DeLaRue's, honey, touched by a darn angel shit. But yeah, y'all, that's the situation that I am in. That's part of what has me stressed out to the point where I'm actually considering moving and just saying, hell, fuck it. I don't have nothing going for me in North Carolina. I can possibly see myself doing a little bit more if I was at least in Georgia. Especially with Georgia giving you a lot more leeway with stuff that you can do as an esthetician. I can probably have a far higher chance of getting a job opportunity in Georgia than North Carolina right now. That's sad. And that's all. And then race does play a part in it. With me being a black, conscious, trans woman, that there's a lot of minority and, extra shit onto it. Because once again, I'm black. I'm dark skinned, unambiguously black. And then I'm a black trans woman. You add that onto it. And then you add on to the fact that I'm not one to shy away from strong political statements. And then you add on to the fact that, honey, I'm the type that loves to wear hair that's close to my hair texture. Now, every now and again, DivaWuan will surprise y'all with a straight wig or a blonde wig or whatnot. Even a red wig. But for the most part, I love thick, curly, kinky hair where people don't even assume that it's a wig. They assume that, oh, she got a very good twist out, or honey, she just got some good hair or whatnot. Nobody ever really asks me what type of hair that I got in. They always ask me, oh, child, you blessed with some good hair or whatnot. The length, the thickness, the fullness, those are the types of compliments I get from the wigs that I wear. So, but once again, not necessarily corporate America friendly in the deep Bible Belt South. I know Georgia is still Bible Belt South, but with Atlanta being more heavily black populated with job opportunities, you don't have to worry about that shit so much from your own people. So that's another reason why I'm thinking about Atlanta as opposed to staying here. Because once again, I'm not one to fake the funk. I'm not one to hold my tongue. I'm professional. But once again, my professionalism would not be confused with being docile and darn gone conforming. That's what DivaWuan would not do. Hence why innately DivaWuan is meant to be an independent entrepreneur at heart. But right now, my funds do not reflect what I'm supposed to be. So once again, DivaWuan got to darn gone get back into corporate America just for a little time to get her coins up, baby. So those are the darn gone situations that face DivaWuan. So y'all say a prayer for me, some well wishes. Once again, any of my darn gone self-employed people out there, business owners, entrepreneurs, y'all give DivaWuan some advice on this darn gone situation. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.